Good morning, everyone. My name is Athan Makrinos, a lawyer here at Whitten Lublin, and I'm joined by my colleague, Tommy Hong. Today, we're going to be discussing the importance of the Canada Labour Code in respect to wrongful dismissal. Now, as I'm sure many of you know, every employer and employee within Ontario are governed by two statutes, the first being the Employment Standards Act, and the second being the Canada Labour Code. Tommy, can you explain to us what the difference is between the Employment Standards Act and the Canada Labour Code?
Sure. Well, most employees in Ontario would be covered by the Employment Standards Act. Having said that, if an employee works for a federally regulated employer, federally regulated meaning banks, cable companies, uranium mining companies, transportation companies, they would be covered under the Canada Labour Code.
Okay, so hypothetically speaking, say I'm a uranium miner and I've recently been terminated.
Sure.
What kind of rights do I have under the Canada Labour Code?
Well, you could file a unjust dismissal claim under the Canada Labour Code if you meet certain eligibility requirements.
Okay, and what are those requirements?
Well, you can't be a manager, and you have to have been working there for at least 12 consecutive months, and you can't be unionized, or i.e. be covered by any kind of collective bargaining agreement.
Okay, so I want to backpedal for one quick second here. You mentioned this idea of being a manager. Now, the term manager it's very lucid. It's kind of thrown around here and there.
Sure.
Is there any kind of metric we use to establish who is a manager and who is not a manager?
Well, good question here. Now, it's really a fact-driven analysis, okay? So you could have the title of a manager. However, if you can't fire anyone, for example, or if you can't hire anyone, if you could simply just make recommendations on who you could hire or fire, then an adjudicator under the Canada Labour Code, they would most likely hold that you're not a manager, and therefore you would still be able to file an unjust dismissal claim under the Canada Labour Code. Okay.
Now, is that the only right we have under the Canada Labour Code if we are wrongfully dismissed?
No. Well, you could file a wrongful dismissal suit in the civil courts, or you could file an unjust dismissal claim under the Canada Labour Code. It's really a fact-driven analysis, and I would recommend, highly recommend that you consult a lawyer before you determine which avenue to take.
Okay, excellent. And to that extent, feel free to contact one of our lawyers at the information listed below who are experts in the field of the Canada Labour Code and the Employment Standards Act.